So today's class, we are going to do cleaning and maintenance of a sewing machine. So just to let you people know, today I will be doing a down bottom loading kind of machine. The top loading, I'm not doing it. Let's start off. If anything complicated comes up, focus on the machine and we'll go from there, okay? Because generally the steps are same, okay, for most of the machines. I did ask for screwdrivers because who hasn't got a toolkit can use your screwdriver, that whatever you have hand. And it's only that these screws get a little bit difficult to open up. Okay, so that's why I tried mine opening up beforehand so that I don't get stuck in just opening up the screws, because my machine is 16-year-old and I've stopped using it. I just used it for 1 year. Okay, so this really has lint inside, so I was good. I was happy to show you lint really collects with time. Who hasn't got a lint brush? You can use a toothbrush. That's why I knew somebody may not have it, but I couldn't suggest a toothbrush going to everybody. That doesn't sound too good. So let's get into our machine now. Okay, so now basically when you have to clean up your machine, back then, everything was open. Okay, so all our old machines, we had this part open. Okay, there was no cover over it. So we really had to clean, we had to grease out nicely all the parts. And that time steel wasn't used. They had an alloy. Alloy is like you have iron in it and you have steel also, a part of it, copper and all that. So that used to get rusted with time, okay, because of the moisture in the room and all. Luckily now everything is steel. They don't get rusted at all. So you need not worry of oiling regularly. Otherwise, when we were there, we used to use dip like a little bit like a soft cotton fabric, dip it in that and then clean up all the parts, like you just clean it like that so they don't get rusted. So for us, cleaning is only this part and the bottom, the shuttle part. Okay, it doesn't need any other cleaning up. So now the first thing here that you need to do is, let's take the toolbox out. Okay, so you have your toolbox out, and who hasn't got it, they have the toolkit inside. So they might have mine out. Yeah, so okay, so for me, there's a pouch inside. They have this thing. So when you see all these things, you can empty them in a tray or something like that, okay? But for us right now, what we need is this tool. So this tool it looks very confusing, but basically it's a screwdriver. Okay, it's a screwdriver. Why a screwdriver? I'll give you the reason also why they have it like that. Because in my industrial sewing machine, I get this screwdriver. Okay, I get this one, and I do get a small one also. Okay. That's a small one. Okay, this small one is a bobbin case. So now all of you, if you have found it in your machine. So let's put this on the side. Okay, so we don't need this. Let's start off first with this part. Okay, because there are too many other tools also inside. Okay. So, so now what you need to do, you have two screws. Okay, one is over here and one you have it over here. Okay, and this part is called a throat plate or a needle plate. Okay, so we need to remove that. So I want all of you to use this. Okay, now generally what happens, why they have given you this and not this one? Because this is an obstruction. See, you can't even use it. It doesn't allow you to move it nicely because of the cover. Okay, that's right. You can open up this screw, but this one, it's very difficult to do it with your regular screwdriver. So they have given you something like this to use. Okay, so now what you need to do now, go anti-clockwise. So let's take it out. Now, once you'll open it, please be careful. Put it in some tray or put it back in your the toolbox, okay? So that you don't lose that screw. Tray. It shouldn't fall on the floor. So once your these are out, okay, you just pull it out, okay, but go slowly and pull your needle completely. Please unplug the machine before you do this. You can bring your needle to the highest level. Okay? Now, once that is done, let's pull it out. So you need to just glide it straight, okay, down like this. So see how I'm bringing it out? Claudette, yeah. Claudette, see? It's in there. See, when you are having the feed dog may not allow you to pull it nicely, so you a little bit have to lift it and pull it out. Okay, I took mine. Okay, so now this is the feed dog. You can see the teeth. That is your feed. Now, what you people can do, I want you to remove your there's a clip over here in the back. Can you take your presser foot out? Do you know how to take your presser foot out?
No.
No.
Okay, do you see this? You can see it, what I'm showing. I put my camera actually slanting, but do you see this behind you in your machine? This is the back of the machine, okay, the back side. And this is my front of the machine. So I'm talking about the back side. You'll have a clip. Just press on that and your foot is going to come out, the presser foot. See, it came out. For some people, it might be unscrewing. For some people, it's a push thing. So now, do you see the lint I have? See,
Oh
it's so
my
dirty.
goodness, me too.
Okay, so you don't see the lint so well, but it is dirty, okay? You see some, you can see a little bit of a dust. I can scrape it and show it like, see, like
goodness.
there is a little bit dust, you can see it. I pushed it in the back. See, you can see that lint. See, you see the dirt over here?
Bindi, I have to show you this. Look what I got.
Click a picture of that if you can with the camera. So what I would suggest, rather than brushing it, it'll go inside, okay? So whatever you can scoop with something like, just push it back and collect it with your finger, okay? I don't want you to brush it and it might go inside. So I'm just going to lift it with my hand, okay? Or you can just, don't use a tissue paper because the fibers might get stuck in that.
Bindi, what are you moving it out with? I missed
I
it.
just use my tip of my small screwdriver.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Never clean your machine
Yeah.
with a tissue paper, okay? Because all the lints, it's just the dust goes inside. Never use it. Always use a soft cotton fabric. So now what you need to do is this part, you can just now clean it with your brush. And generally what happens when your machine is oiled, see now this machine I haven't oiled at all. Just to clean your brush, you can use a tissue paper or a paper towel. And if it's really needed, you can scrape it. Because if your machine is oiled, just to let you people know, I had somebody whose machine was clogged. Okay, machine was totally clogged, but she had a very nice old machine. So what had happened, because when you oil, the lint keeps on clogging along with the oil. So then your machine starts moving very heavily. If you have soft lint like that, it doesn't trouble. But once you have oiled your machine, so then the lint gets stuck to the oil. If you're not misusing your machine regularly, don't oil it. But what we are going to do, we are not going to oil this section. So we need not worry. We are just going to oil the shuttle.
Is it to use any oil or what?
No. These are special machine oil. You can't use cooking oil. It will damage your machine. Go online. In your neighborhood, you might have some sewing machine shop or somewhere like that. Okay, so see now, this is such a soft brush. I can't clean it. I have much more harder for me. See, the toothbrush is working so well. Do you see it? See how well it is doing, but please don't use a metallic bristle brush, okay? You'll damage your machine.
Bindi, is that a toothbrush you using?
Yes, that is actually my daughter's. She uses a charcoal headed toothbrush. So it's got a very nice wooden thing. So I just washed it with soap and I actually just brought it to show it for the class. I don't use this otherwise. But see, it's so good. It cleans it much more better. And see, I can go and every corner I can clean it. Okay, so I want all of you to be sure and clean it. And we'll put the throat plate later on. Okay, so now this is done. So you're good. So I want everybody to clean your the inside part of your throat plate also. So clean up inside. Okay, the outside is of course clean because you've been cleaning up your machine, but the inside. Okay, so just clean it up and it's good. Now put that on the side. We don't need it. Now let's go inside. Now this is the complicated part. So now this is what needs to come out. Okay, you have on your left side, some people might have it like this to open up, but I want you to open this flap up, down like this.
What flap? I don't have a flap like that.
It's dirt over here. You see it? Because I haven't cleaned my machine. So this is the dirt I'm talking about. See, all dust is there. So you see the dust over here? Okay, so that you can again clean it with the nice soft cloth. Okay, just clean it like this. That's why I take a small bit, because you can't take a big thing and start cleaning up. So just clean it like this. Okay, so now first I want all of you to take your bobbin out. Okay, let's take your bobbin case out. Okay, that all of you know how to take it out. Okay. So let's keep our bobbin case outside. Okay, so let's go with our regular class. Okay, whoever has a machine like mine. Okay, so now do you see these two clips over here? The hooks. You might have a black color, or if you have some different color, I don't know, but these are black clips.
Yeah.
Do you see all of you?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let's move this towards your left. Okay, so just you'll get it on the left. Okay, it'll move left. And just see, it just basically slides. So you just do it like this. Okay, go left like that. But don't push it more on the left side. It'll just take you away from the shuttle thing. Okay, this is called a shuttle. So just little bit left. Okay, little bit left. Don't pull it out. Anyhow, it won't come out because it's got a screws over here. So we are not touching these screws at all. Okay, so please don't open these screws. We don't need to. We just slide it like this on the left, and on this one on the right. Okay, on the right side, the clip. Okay, so now what I want, I don't know if you people have your cameras with you, whether you can use your cameras. Can you click a picture before this falls out? Can you just click a picture of it still being like that, so that you won't get confused? Once you have your one part out, you'll know that in the end you have to assemble it together. Okay, so click a picture before this thing falls out.
Okay.
Has everyone taken a picture? Because then I can't help you, because I'm not physically with you people, and if you lose these steps, you're going to spoil your machines.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
And Claudette, are you
the
you
machine
watch-
that
you
don't
click a
belong to
picture,
me?
all of you?
I shouldn't be opening this then.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't
yeah.
worry. That I'll fix up one-on-one. Don't worry about that. But what I'm saying is watch, click pictures, please. I want all of you to click pictures before I go to the next step, so that when I'm helping you out, at least I'll have the pictures to see what machines, what all models you are having.
Okay, just one quick question. I never got the top of my off. So could I go ahead with this step?
What happened? You couldn't get your top, that thing? Oh yeah, because the screw is not allowing you.
No, it is screwing
Even
me
with
open.
even with the screwdriver, no?
No, screwdriver can't get inside it.
Okay.
Another screwdriver.
Okay.
So
So
could I do this step even though I didn't get that first step?
Yes, this you can do.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
That is only for the top. You can do this step.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Take your toolbox, it's already out. You can open up and bring your clip on the left and on the right. Okay.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Okay, but click a picture, Claudette. Click a picture.
Yes, I took that. Yeah. I took a
Okay,
picture.
perfect. Okay, perfect. Mine just fell off, but you can, for yours, you can pull it out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's two pieces of that came out. Eh?
Okay. So yeah, so now the next piece that she said came out is this. That is actually the one
baby coming out.
So now you see like this, see, it's moving like that. Okay, so now this is where we basically need our lubrication. Okay, first clean it before we oil it, so that all the dust is taken out. That's why we need to unplug our machines when we are going to do this, because it can be dangerous. Okay, just a soft cloth. And what I like doing, I double my cloth and I use my screwdriver, a bigger one. Okay, and I just like little bit push it inside. Okay, these are for the old machine, but please don't push it too hard or scratch your machine. I'm just little bit like cleaning up interior. Okay, I just sort of push it out. And don't use such a small fabric that it gets stuck there inside. Okay, use a little bit big enough for it to stay outside, and just sort of little bit swirl it around. Okay, so that whatever small lint you have, and it can get cleaned up. So see, I did get little bit of lint from there inside.
Yeah, I got some.
Okay, see, you can see the lint, see the black one over here and all the dust. It came out. Okay. Yeah, and see, Nina is using the toothbrush too. That's again a good idea. You can again like a little bit, but please don't injure your inside part. Okay, don't push it too hard. Just the softer part. Okay, so you can just do it and just little bit blow it out so any small lint will come out. Okay, and then again move your machine. Okay, see this C part. This is the C part we call it, because the other C part is on the one, this part, okay? I call it C because this C will join in and make one circle, okay? So now what you need to do, we cleaned up this side. Now I want you to move your machine, okay? Move your machine and bring the C part on the other side, okay? On the other side like this.
C pad. C pad, nothing went for me.
Okay, is this good
That's
now?
supposed to be the C pad.
Nina is doing the perfect steps. I can see Nina's every move. Good, Nina. Yeah, she blew it also, like whatever dust she used a toothbrush. She cleaned it, and now see everywhere now it's good cleaned up. Okay, and we still have to clean up. We still have to clean up these parts also. Okay, have pictures. So now this is done. Now let's clean up these two, the one that we taken it out. So we are just going to clean it. Okay, clean this part also. And again, just like how we can use our toothbrush, because for me, there's little bit lint collected over here. Now this is the part where my needle goes up and down, up and down. Okay, this is the opening. So this really collects the lint. Okay, so I need to clean the inside part also, the lint over here. So see, lint is falling on the mat. See, you can see this lint falling from that. Okay, so all this is dust collecting. And once you have done this, you can just sort of little bit wipe it with your fabric. And now this part also, okay. This inside, for me, the inside is dirty, but my brush can't go inside. So what I'll do, I'm just going to put this double fabric, okay, double fabric like that. And I'm going to use a bigger screwdriver and just go round it like that, okay, behind that circle thing, okay. The knob, remember we had this to put our bobbin. So I'm just going to clean the back side, okay, like that with the fabric. And see the dust came out, see the lint? So my machine was really dirty, but just like how I said, I used it for 1 year. I just put it back and I used it during May, June classes, my first classes. I'm using another fabric because the dust it's got too much dust now. I'm just cleaning again with the softer t-shirt, old t-shirt fabric. And I'm again with the new fresh fabric, I'm going to again clean up my inside part, just to be sure that it's clean nicely. And don't use anything sharp, okay? Always see, I've doubled the fabric and then using my screwdriver, a bigger one. This what happens, don't even think that I'm teaching you cleaning up. I'm teaching you even when your thread gets stuck, it gets entangled in the shuttle. Just might be a small piece, but you need to open up your shuttle the same way I'm showing it, and that thread will come out and you're good to go. You're learning how to take your shuttle out and take that thread out, anything that gets entangled, because you know where it gets entangled? It gets entangled in this part. So it can get entangled here. It can get stuck with the feed dog and the shuttle inside. So then, and your bobbin doesn't move. So this is the way you open up your shuttle and clean it, and then you're good to put it back. Okay, so now everybody take your machine oil out. So now just open it, okay? And I want you have to put 1 or 2 drops, okay? 1 or 2 drops. So we are going to put it on this part, okay? This part, because this is what moves, okay? So I'm not talking about this metal. I'm talking about this part, you know, the base. So just put 1 or 2 drops. Okay, just squeeze it, just 1 or 2 drops. Okay, you can see it see it came out like this, okay? And now once you have put 1 drop over here or 2 drop, I want you to move your machine. So let's bring this to the other side, okay? So then we can put the oil for the other side. Okay, so I brought that C-shaped thing on the other side. And now I'm going to again put 1 or 2 drops. So now what happens? Now you've already oiled it. So now let's move your hand wheel, okay, to make it a little bit like lubricated on its own, okay. So you just sort of goes like this, okay. So see how your this thing is moving, okay. This thing is moving nicely, okay. And if you feel your movement is not so good, if it's going too hard, you can always put a drop on the back side, okay. So you can just put it 1 drop and let it again get lubricated, okay. So just move your machine like that. So it will automatically, wherever it's needed, it will go, because see, you yourself can see that this is the only thing that moving, and this you are just doing it because when you put your shuttle inside, it actually gives a good lubrication and your bobbin really moves nicely. Because don't forget that will be touching that oily section. And this is actually where your thread gets stuck. Okay, so now this is done. Now we need to put back. This is very complicated. Part is, this is on the right side. I want all of you to bring it on your left side. Okay, this part, the half C, I call it. Okay, the C. Okay. So move your hand wheel and let it come on completely on the left side, completely. This is your one side of your C and this is your other side, okay? This is the other C, okay? And you see the one that the bobbin thing, okay? This should be outside. So hold it from this rounded part, this one, the extension, this one, this part, okay? Hold it like this and try like a jigsaw puzzle, try putting it inside. So now I have this one. So now I have my other hand free. Okay, so now you need to bring it like that. Okay, bring it like this. So now when you are doing it, I want you to little bit move your thing. Okay, don't let the needle touch it. Okay, just move and make it comfortable enough for you to put in you see it, it's already in. But just like how I said, be careful, your needle shouldn't touch it and down there, but you have to very delicately adjust it with moving your hand wheel. Okay, this might fall off once I'll move because it's not locked up. Okay, it can fall out also if I'll move my hand wheel, which I'm going to show you again. Like, okay, so see when I'm moving like
hand
this,
wheel, if you move the hand, everything should be moving.
See,
right?
it fell out because it wasn't locked up. Okay, it wasn't locked up. See, this part is down. Okay, this actually needs to get adjusted over here where it's ending. But what happens when I push it like that, it doesn't get adjusted. We have to little bit play with our hand wheel, go left, right. This automatically pushes back and it adjusts itself. And it makes a whole circle for you. So because you see this part, like see how it's got this kind of a shape and all that. This is what needs to go in and set. But try doing it. See, I'm just taking it like naturally. I'm just trying to take it naturally. And what, Claudette?
If it's in and you move the hand wheel, it will make the circle.
Yeah, it has to be a whole circle. But when you move your hand wheel, once it sets in, see, once it was set in for me, the moment I did the hand wheel, it will fall down. But there's a certain way when it stays there. It stays there. But when you move your hand wheel in a particular direction for some time, it'll come out because it hasn't got the lock on it. Okay. But we are going to lock it. We are going to lock it, and we are still going to try just with the hand so that the needle doesn't break. Okay. That's why I didn't make you people remove the needle, because you have to learn it with the needle. Otherwise, without the needle, you'll say it's already done. But once you'll put the needle and it'll break. Okay, so now when it's in, okay, so just like how Claudette said, she could put it in, but you need to adjust. So I'm going to move my hand wheel to adjust it. Okay. Actually, for me, my camera is also there in between. So for me, putting it is really bad. Okay, it went through. Okay, so see, at a certain angle, I got it right. Okay, but I really had to move. See, now you can see it, it's gone in. but I'm not too sure whether my needle is going to touch or not. Okay, so if I move my hand wheel now, I feel it's there, but I'm not too sure. But before I move my hand wheel, I need to lock this. So for locking, remember I told you click picture. This is actually what shows the black clip, okay? So don't worry, Claudette, this is what we need to check upon, this shows that this is our thing. And anyhow, when you see this, you know this is an inside part because it's not so smooth, you can see like it's got with time, it looks worn out, because it's inside. So now we know this is the outside part. So what I want you people to do is try now part and now try putting it around in that, okay? So you have your clips. We are not going to use the black clips, but just try pushing this inside, okay? So it will go in, but just like how I said, because the clips are not put, it might fall down. So you angle it because this is, see what happens, the inside one also starts falling out. This one, so you have to be very careful that you don't bring that one out. Okay, so and see if you can lock it. If one side is getting locked, it means you're doing it right. But if one side is not getting locked, it means you didn't push it right.
I think that's it.
Okay, so my clips are done. My clips are done. I know you'll have problems doing it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. You'll have to just give it a little bit extra time. How do you check it? So with your hand wheel, okay, you let your needle come down, okay? Don't push the needle hard. If it's getting stuck, it means it's not done rightly. Once you are sure that your needle is moving good, check your clips. Check your clips. Are they really locked? Move with your hand manually. Okay, everything is good. Nothing is loose. If this is done, we can put our bobbin inside. Sometimes I tell people not to put the bobbin inside because it still takes in a little bit of oil. We can try it on an old fabric. So let's not put the bobbin and bobbin case inside. Let's close it. So this is closed. We can now put back our toolbox. I'm not putting the toolbox right now because I have all my screws on top of it. And we can now put back our throat plate or the needle plate.
See if you could
Okay, so now be sure, because I have screws like that, okay? So be sure that you're not putting it upside down like this thing, okay? Put your throat plate straight and adjust it to the holes. Check the holes. Be careful, okay? Your throat plate is not upside down. And put back your screws. Whenever you're putting your screws, it's always a good idea. Just little bit, do it little bit like this by your hand. Just twist it, okay? Never make it tight because sometimes you don't know whether the plate is put nicely matching the holes for the screws. So just do it lightly, both of them. Once it's done, see, now I can move it nicely, both of them. Now I can tighten both my screws with the screwdriver. So Vijaya, you people joined in late. So this is the screwdriver actually, okay? You get it in your the bag inside the box. So that's your screwdriver for the machine. Whenever you're doing something, you need to take the whole thing out. Otherwise it'll keep on repeating the same thing. You need to bring out and redo it. Okay, so now I have tightened the screws, okay? Now we need to put back our presser foot. So how do we put our presser foot? Okay, so remember we had to take it out was this part, okay? And now we have a groove over here. So this has a groove, okay? It's like a shape like this, okay, groove. And this is where this is the rod which has to go inside that groove, okay? So this is the thing. And I need to little bit clean my thing over here also. My presser foot is dirty a little bit. It shows a little bit of a rust actually. So I'm just cleaning it. So see, dirt is coming out. See, you can see all this dirt coming out from this part also, where the clip was, where I had to put it inside the groove. Even that collects lint. So now once it's cleaned up, okay, now what I need to do is I need to push it on the groove over here, okay. So that's a groove I need to put it in, okay. So you'll hear a click sound. So either you can push it like that, or you can bring your presser foot down, and that too allows you to do it. I like doing it actually with the thing because the needle is there obstructing it. That's why I like putting it like that, because when you're trying to push it, it's just that needle might get damaged. So it's a good idea, just a little bit, moving your the presser foot and just clicking it down with the presser foot, bringing it down, it sort of locks up. Okay, so now my presser foot is back. Okay, now I need to use some old fabric, and let's see how the lubrication. So now you can plug your machine and we can go from there. Okay, so now we need to switch on our machines. Okay, so put any old cloth, okay, just to check it out. And before you do it, just move your hand wheel, okay? Let's be sure that thing is not getting stuck. Okay, just move your hand wheel 2-3 times. I want everybody to be sure that their machines, the shuttle is not loose. Once it's good to go, now you can just try it with your presser foot without threading it. So this, what happens, this sort of lubricates the shuttle. Okay, because when you've oiled it, you oiled it at 2 spots. But now when the round thing, remember the one that I took it out, that moves completely. So that actually helps the oil to go throughout your shuttle. Okay, so that's why that point is lubricated. And when you keep on using your machine right now, it'll lubricate it the best way. Otherwise, what will happen, it'll just trickle down. It won't reach the upper section. Okay, so that's why it's a good idea the moment you oil it, and then even you're sure that it's not bringing in any oil, and then you can put your bobbin on. And it'll become so light, as you'll keep on sewing. It'll make a huge difference in your machine. And when you're threading, you are bringing in the oil with the thread, and it keeps on coming on the fabric. So do it, because let it run smoothly. I want you to really sew fast. Keep on sewing 4-5 times till you really soak the oil. Okay, for tomorrow's class, we are going to do a table cloth, okay, table cover for a round table. So if you haven't got any round table, you can just take a saucer and just to see how to do the measurements, okay, or find anything rounded. And for the fitted bed sheet, we will just going to make a small miniature one, okay? We are not going to make the whole flat sheet into a fitted sheet, because how Riyaj had 4-5 flat sheets. You know how when you get the whole set, you're using just the fitted sheet. You're not using the one that you take over, like, So that actually she had wanted to convert it into a fitted sheet. So we don't have such a space to actually draw on the floor, and it'll take so much time to sew. So I'm just going to show you how you can make a fitted sheet for your mattress, but we'll do it 4 times in a smaller version, okay? But the concept will still remain the same. That's why I gave 3 classes, so that you'll understand drafting, how to draft it on a flat sheet if you want to use that, otherwise on a paper, and how to sew it and how to put the elastic. It's again very confusing. So I'm going to go slow with 3 classes. That's why for that, okay? Pattern, drafting, cutting, and then sewing. On the edge of the tablecloth, I'm going to show you how to make ruffle lace. If you don't have a lace, so what I'm saying is we just, you can cut 2-inch wide fabric, straight strips. You can join them, and we can do a small baby hem. I'll show you how to do baby hem. If you people are planning to use cloth ruffle, okay, how a baby hem is done, I can teach you that. And then on the top, you can do gather and you can use that if you don't have lace to go around it. Just buy 1 inch lace, one and don't buy too broad thing. I like a delicate one, like, just have 1.5 inch, not bigger than that. If you have got a big table, then definitely 2 inch, 2.5, but these laces are expensive. So just get a small one. Because I'm going to show you how you're going to gather it, how you're going to pull it, and how you're going to adjust it, pin it, and then do it in the end. So all these steps I'll be showing. So tomorrow, actually, I'll be showing you how to measure, how to cut it. The lace part is going to come next week, okay? So don't worry, you can go and buy the lace. So tomorrow, it'll be totally your drafting, your measuring of the table, your cutting of the fabric, and that's it. The sewing part, we'll leave it for the next week, Thursday, okay? Because sewing also, that's why I'm going to teach you baby hem. Baby hem means, remember I've taught you do hemming, okay? I've taught you do a 1/4 inch and all. Now we are going to do a baby hem because it's a round thing. So when you are doing a round, if you'll do a hem, it'll pucker somewhere. So I'm going to teach you the baby hem, and then we'll be attaching the ruffle to it. Time to say bye to everyone. Anyhow, stop the recording, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,